right. Welcome back to our favorite stuff. This week's song is Ash by After 3. It's on their new EP, Decompose. It just came out this year. Pretty good track. Check them out anywhere you can. Spotify is where we found them. They have a Facebook page under the same name. And yeah, so that was awesome. So, how are you this week, Robert?
Okay. I'm okay.
Was it the long part you had to think about it?
I had to think about it.
You had to think about it real hard?
Yeah, I thought I was going to go for a funny answer, but I'm just going to be honest. I'm okay.
Only okay. Somebody get this man.
It's been average.
What?
It's been average.
It's been average?
Yeah.
So Robert wanted to start this week by beatboxing. I told him no.
I was told off.
Solid no.
Pretty mad.
Because he sounded just not good.
I don't know. I thought it was pretty good.
It was a disaster. So we're not going to show you because, yeah, you're just going to have to imagine what that would sound like. Just imagine a person who's never voice acted or done anything
I'm a natural.
in their
Thank
life.
you. I know.
And just going, yeah, I can do that.
I can do that.
I don't think so. I'm sorry if you can hear crickets in the background. That's driving me nuts as well. But it is what it is. That's what happens when you...
exist.
That's what happens when you exist, I guess, yeah. So our big topic this week is what we're going to cover is D23. That was Disney's big...
I had no clue what that was until TJ told me.
I honestly...
Well, I knew what it was. Like, I knew it was a Disney thing, but I didn't know it was called D23. Why 23? Where does that come from?
I have no idea.
Oh, really?
I have zero... I don't think Disney's ever done this before.
No, I thought they did.
Do they?
Maybe?
I didn't hear about it until this year.
Really?
Yeah. But before Disney owned Marvel and Star Wars and the world, what would they have to do? What would they have to announce every year? It's not like they were releasing Disney movies at like a fast pace or anything before they started buying stuff. So I don't know where to start with D23.
So a lot to cover.
The topics we're going to cover today.
Mostly Star Wars.
Mostly Star Wars because there was so much Star Wars stuff released.
Like we like the Marvel movies and all that, but Star Wars is...
Yeah, there was a little Marvel stuff too. It's mainly Disney Plus, the new streaming service they've released. They've talked about it a little more. It's going to be $8.99 a month. That's cool because Netflix...
How much is Netflix?
Netflix has gone up to $17 a month, dude.
Jesus Christ, really?
Yeah, it's bad.
17? It used to be like 9?
It used to be $8.99. $8.99 is what it started at. And
17?
Yeah, I'll keep paying for it though. Like,
how often do you even use it? You only use it to watch comedians though.
No, like there's some movies on there. I just don't have time, right? I don't have time to watch it. But
that's true.
Another thing that was talked about, like before we get back to Disney and stuff, Netflix, Breaking Bad. They're releasing a Breaking Bad movie on Netflix, which I'm pretty excited
Never
about.
watched Breaking Bad.
I did. Me, Mom and Dad did, and it was awesome. I've watched it twice actually. 5 or 6 seasons. I've watched it twice.
Really?
And
apparently people thought it was really good.
One of the best shows of all time. I would say it's probably the best show of all time.
Really?
Yeah, better than Walking Dead.
What makes it good though? Oh, I don't hold the Walking Dead high though.
Because you read the comics first, and we're not going to get into that today.
Oh, we will.
Because I don't want to talk about it. It's a conversation we keep recycling. But yeah, a lot of Star Wars stuff, a lot of Marvel stuff today. But yeah,
I completely skipped over the part where you explained to me why Breaking Bad was so good, but that's fine. Guess I'll just live in...
I don't know how to explain how something's good.
What was like the acting good? Was the plot good? What?
Acting was good. The writing was good. There was nothing like that before it. Like this, just about. Do you know what it's about?
Yeah, it's about a guy who got cancer. And he's like, I gotta make sure my family has enough money. So
so
heroin.
Meth. Crystal meth. Aaron Paul is a big reason why I love that show. He plays the co-star Jesse Pinkman. And that's what I feel like the only trailer I got about the Netflix thing, about the Netflix movie, is some old guy being interviewed by the police asking where Jesse Pinkman is. Because I think it takes place after Breaking Bad ends. And I'm not going to explain how it ends just in case anyone wants to watch it. I think it's still on Netflix. If anyone does want to watch it. If you haven't, it's literally, I watched it like 3 years ago,
Yeah.
and it
you
was
did watch
already
it.
over. So the show's old.
Yeah.
At this point, but it's still one of the best shows I think of all time. But
Did you
yeah,
see Johnny Test though?
what'd you just say?
You ever see Johnny Test? That's
Yeah.
a good ass show. So just keep that in mind when you start throwing around words like best. Thank you.
Okay. Actually, I watched Johnny Test recently.
It was pretty good. It was a pretty good show.
It's a little cringy now that I'm a little
What do you
older.
mean? It's
And
funny.
now that I'm older, I'm like, the jokes are a little like, I don't know.
Not bad.
You know how like shows have like they fall into like a pattern.
That's how the show should go.
But it's a little too. It's painfully like shoved down your throat, kind of obvious.
What do you mean? It's just like he has a problem, so he's like goes to his sister. He's like, "Can you give me blank?" And they're like, "No." And then he's like, "What if I blank?" And they're like, "Okay."
I don't know. The characters are just over dramatic to me, but then again, it's a kids show, so like, duh. You know what I mean? Like,
Okay.
Of course.
I figured out the plot to every single Family Guy episode.
Yeah.
Here's how it goes. Peter, usually Peter, or someone else, wants to do something. Something either goes horribly wrong or horribly right. Something happens with that thing, and then that leads to what the plot of the rest of the show's about. So you always think it's going to be about what they're doing at the start, but then it changes. And then in one episode, when he go do something, and then he had a stroke, and then the stroke is what the actual episode was about, not that.
Yeah.
And so that's how usually
that's usually how it goes. There's a couple shows where it's actually like the whole show's about what it's been about, but like you're right. You're pretty much right. Yeah.
All right, either way, we're talking about D23, right? A little bit off topic.
You know, get off topic. That's the way it is. So yeah, where do you want to start? Star Wars or Marvel?
Star Wars.
All right, nerd. Yeah. All right, so if you're a Star Wars fan, you're going to love today's episode. So let's just run down the list of what was announced. One thing we already knew was coming was The Mandalorian. I'm so excited for this show.
It's just one guy, right? It's just one Mandalorian?
It's based on a Mandalorian bounty hunter, but it's not.
No, but like, they're the only Mandalorian. Or are there other Mandalorians?
I don't know. They haven't really given much about the show. They finally gave a timeline where it's based.
Where?
It's based like where the show falls in the timeline. It says the Empire is falling. It's the fall of the Empire.
So after episode 6.
What?
So after episode 6.
I believe so. I don't know. Actually, when I looked at the timeline that they gave, I wish I could show a picture.
Oh yeah, I think I saw that.
It falls at the same time as the TV show Rebels. So yeah, the fall of the Empire, at the end of the Empire.
Okay.
Which is weird because I thought it would have been a little before that. I thought it would have been during 4 or 5, like during the Empire reign. But I guess.
Well, maybe because the Empire was a little bit, they locked down bounty hunters a bit better, so now they have a bit more freedom to roam.
Yeah, lock them down and use them at the same time. But
yeah,
whatever, it doesn't matter.
They don't care. If they're not working for them, they shouldn't be working at all, I guess.
And that would make sense. Like the reason why like Mandalorians and stuff like all became bounty hunters was because like number one, they like fighting. That's
all they do is
literally
fight.
Yeah, it's literally what their body was trained for, and they like money. So
yeah, the mostly what I know about Mandalorians are from the Old Republic stuff, like Mandalore the Ultimate and all that era, where the
Mandalorian Wars. Yeah,
where they were just killing everything, and the Jedi was like,
let's not do that.
What if we stopped them? And the Jedi were like, no. And then they started attacking Jedi planets. And they're like, maybe we should stop them now. And they're like, okay. And then there was, Malik and Revan.
Yeah.
And Revan killed Mandalore the Ultimate. And the reason why he wears that mask is because, some person, it was like this kid that was killed by a Mandalorian. He killed the Mandalorian.
Yeah.
And he wore his mask, and he swore to wear the mask until he killed all the Mandalorians or something. So that was pretty cool. That's why he wears it and never takes it off.
Yeah.
That's sick.
Mandalorians are they're really cool, but they were kind of giant dicks.
Well, all they did was they were like orcs. They just fought and fought and fought.
Even in the Clone Wars TV show, when they dealt with what was left of the Mandalorians, they were just giant douchebags. They're like, nope. They're like, live in peace? Not our thing. Sorry, guys.
They live to fight. That's their whole purpose. They're cool.
Another thing we got, so that's really all they gave us. They just gave us that it's about a Mandalorian bounty hunter. You still want some mystery to the show, right? They want people give a reason to watch it, right?
Yeah.
It comes out November 12th, which I believe is when Disney Plus arrives. I believe when Disney Plus
so what they're
launches
going to do with it,
Mandalorian.
I heard, is they're going to release an episode
Pardon?
every week.
Pardon?
What I heard they're going to do with it, they're going to release an episode every week,
Yeah.
but they're releasing 2 episodes at the launch.
Okay, cool. I can deal with that. I didn't hear it. I didn't hear much details because I didn't watch it. I'm sure it was like D23 was live and stuff.
Well, yeah, I just watched what they afterwards.
I didn't. Yeah, so I just kind of read up about it afterwards. Like I heard some things because Instagram kind of tells you all you need to know, especially when you follow as many Star Wars pages that we do. But yeah, it comes out with the launch, and then I guess every week. So yeah, I'm pretty excited for that. It's I like how because I heard about Disney Plus coming out and how it's it's gonna feature a lot more Star Wars content, and I was like, well, I hope I don't have to wait a long time. You know what I mean? I hope I don't have to wait for us. I'm glad they're giving us something.
I mean, we've known about Disney Plus for ages, and that it was gonna be coming out.
Yeah, I thought it was actually never gonna come out. I thought they were just trying to scare Netflix and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But, well, they did it. It's coming. Another piece of information we got this weekend, due to D23, we got a new trailer for Rise of Skywalker.
I haven't seen the whole thing of that, actually. I only watched bits and pieces of it.
Dude.
It looks pretty cool.
It's near the end so we got a new poster, which confirms what everybody has thought. The new poster is a picture of
Rey and
Kylo fighting on this beam-like thing. I don't know what it is, but they're fighting on it. And who takes up the whole entire backdrop? Emperor Palpatine.
See, I saw it on my phone,
entire backdrop.
and my phone brightness was super low, and the captain said, "Oh, who's that in the background?" I was like, "What's in the background?"
Turned it up.
And I turned up the brightness, and I was like, "Oh man!" I'm like, "It's going down."
Because I was afraid that they were just using his laugh and stuff to bait people to watch the movie, and then we go, where is he? You know what I mean? I was so scared because my expectations have been a little lowered, right? So I'm like, what are they gonna do?
See, the thing though, I don't want the last movie just to be fan service to try to make it up and try to make people happy.
No, I want it to make sense and everything. The way
I'm worried that they're just gonna abandon what they wanted to do and just try to make it a bunch of fan service to calm people down.
I just want it to be a little better.
Yeah, no,
I don't want them to change everything. I want them to go along with the way they've done it because that's how you.
But I don't mind the fans doing what the fans want makes sense, but I don't want it to be just that.
Over. Yeah, no, I agree. So in the new trailer, again, you hear not only Palpatine's laugh, but him speaking. So that, I'm pretty sure,
what did he say? I think I might have heard it, but
I believe along the lines, I watched it twice, so I should be able to remember this. I believe along the lines of your destiny's almost complete.
Oh, I think
I think it's something like that, or your path is almost complete, or something like that.
Your journey, something, destiny.
Another thing that we also hear, which are we just going to hear this in a flashback or something? We hear Vader's breathing. So I don't know whether Vader's dead. Okay, we know that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I don't know whether there's a Force ghost, which they've been teasing since the last movie. I don't know whether there's going to be an Anakin Force ghost I don't think Vader can be a Force ghost.
I don't know. We used to have a Christmas ornament, and it was Vader Force ghost. So that could be foreshadowing.
That was long before
you never know.
This trilogy even
this
started.
Could have all been planned out. You don't know.
I saw another thing.
Really, I had a hot take on that though. What if?
Yeah.
Do you remember the ending of the trailer with Rey?
Mm-hmm.
And she has her red lightsaber.
Yeah.
The double one where she flicks it out with a nunchuck.
Yeah.
Pretty cool. What if she turns into the next Vader? And that's her breathing. Because rinse or repeat, Palpatine can just do the same thing over and over and over and just keep making Vaders if he felt like it.
I mean when he in the original movies, or not original, sorry, the sequels, or prequels. Jeez, I'm all over the place. I'm sure Palpatine, when he recruited Anakin, didn't bank on him becoming a cyborg.
No, I'm just saying.
I'm sure he didn't go, I'm going to make this guy a cyborg. He kind of
what
probably
if something similar
Anakin.
happens to her? See, one of the things, that's just a wacky theory. This is that probably won't happen, but what if? That'd be cool. Another thing is, what if they completely swap? What if Kylo becomes a good guy and Rey becomes a bad guy?
Okay, so here's some theories I've been reading online. Because, like I said, Instagram, Star Wars pages everywhere. They do a lot more deep diving than I do, right? They piece, because they're looking for content, right, to fuel their page, so they pick things apart, right? One thing I've heard, actually, from my buddy Daniel, who's been a huge Star Wars nerd his whole entire life, he said that he thinks Rey's darkness, like her dark in the trailer. So if you guys haven't seen the trailer, there's a scene in it where Rey is wearing a cloak, which look like Sith robes. They're very dark, and she has a dual-bladed Sith lightsaber, red lightsaber. My friend Daniel said it could be a vision, possibly. It could be Kylo's vision. It could be Rey's vision. It could be just a vision that they've had. It might not be true.
Okay.
But another thing I saw someone pick apart, I saw how they picked apart the fight scene that was shown in that trailer. How it looked like Rey was, or Kylo was baiting Rey to go on the offensive, like she's attacking, like she's being aggressive, and it's not Kylo, which is usually the other way around when you have a Sith and a Jedi fighting. And another thing, I saw a picture, a side-by-side, and this would be crazy foreshadowing.
Here's the thing, Rey's always been really aggressive towards Kylo.
It's because, they just kind of picked that apart like they're fighting.
No, it makes sense. That's what I think. Maybe what if it's like a swap? I'd actually think that'd be really cool.
It might be. I actually thought that was happening last movie when Kylo was kind of being more.
I kind of like Kylo.
Passionate.
He's grown on me.
I liked him after the second movie.
Episode 7, he seemed like whiny and babyish almost, but this.
He's become more.
He's maturing, right? He's actually maybe they did that on purpose.
Yeah.
You're seeing him mature in actual character development.
Well, they did that with Luke real quick in the 4, 5, and 6, right?
Yeah, but the distance between 4, 5, and 6, like the difference between 4 and 5 is like, how many years is that? It's a lot.
It's quite a bit.
It's multiple years.
Yeah, because Luke's had time to train.
The difference between 7 and 8 is what, like 15 minutes?
It feels like it, yeah.
This one is actually a couple of years, though, isn't it?
I believe so.
So we're going to have to, like, there's a lot of catching up to. It's going to be cool. I want to see what happens in between the movies.
I started to think Kylo was going to turn good last movie, but at the end there where he's just like...
Where he's like, oh, we got to rule the galaxy together. And
yeah, so, he started to like really be mad. When Luke baited him and then... just made... Like, that whole scene, he was just losing he was so mad. He was just so much anger. It was like how he saw Luke and he's just like... Everyone's fired. He has
moments where he feels like he's going to turn good, but he's still the same, right? Like, he needs something, I think, to really click.
Yeah.
It'd be cool if he'd be a good guy. I saw a concept art of, like, Sith Rey and, like, good guy Kylo, and I thought, oh, that's really cool.
Yeah. So, I don't know. We'll see. So, yeah, that's what we got out of the Rise of the Skywalker. That comes out in December.
So why did I call it Rise of Skywalker?
I don't know.
Maybe Kylo... Oh, no, he's a Skywalker, though. He's a Solo. Because...
Technically, he's got Skywalker blood because of Leia.
But he's not a Skywalker. He's a Solo.
Yeah, he's Ben Solo, yeah.
So where's the Skywalker? There's no Skywalkers.
Rey? Question mark?
Maybe, but...
Her father left her, right?
But,
could it have been Luke?
But you think when they talked, he would have had some sort of reaction to seeing her.
He can hide stuff, man. I mean, he's probably not done. He's probably going to be in this movie in the form of a ghost or in the form of voices or, he's like Mark Hamill's not done. I mean, he said not that he wanted to be, but he kind of wanted to, I think, lower his role, I think is what he wanted to do. I don't think Harrison Ford wanted to be done. That's why he died. He didn't want... They wrote it really well how he died, but he wanted to be done with the Star Wars. He was done. Mark Hamill doesn't want to be done. He wants to be...
Like a supporting role.
Yeah, he wants his spotlight kind of lowered. You know what I mean? He doesn't want to be a major factor in it anymore. Just takes up a lot of his time, right?
I just feel like all these demands that actors make kind of... I hope it doesn't take away from the plan they had. You know what I mean?
One thing I will give
Because basing a movie around what the actors want
to those two movies, they wrote that very well.
Mm-hmm.
They wrote what the actors wanted in very well. I'm still not a huge fan of the way Luke died.
I thought it was pretty cool.
But it fit the story well. It fit it well. It fit the character that Luke is well.
He did a feat that almost I don't think anyone else was capable of.
That's what I'm saying. It fit Luke well.
It showed how strong Luke was. Because Luke was a lot stronger than people gave credit for.
Yeah, no, for sure.
He was what are the head Jedis called?
What, sorry?
What are the top Jedis called again? Yoda was it. Luke was it. Grandmaster, maybe?
I want to say Grandmaster, but I think that's wrong.
But he was that. He was one of the...
Yeah.
To show that he was... Well, yet again, there wasn't a big selection, to be honest. But he was still one of the strongest Jedis ever.
I would agree.
And especially
more in his Force ways.
But he had... Force. Because he didn't have a lot of training, first of all. He beat Darth Vader.
I think he had more training than the movies let on. Like, I think...
Yeah, he had some training, but it was very informal training. He trained in some...
But he trained under Yoda.
Yeah, but so did a bunch of people. Obi-Wan did. Remember, he says, you will train under who trains me?
Oh, yeah, because he's kind of,
Because, he was with Yoda, and then he got handed off to Qui-Gon and all that.
Yeah.
A bunch of people have been trained by Yoda. Just because you're trained by Yoda doesn't mean you're automatically going to be strong.
I know, but
I still think Luke was probably stronger than Obi-Wan by the time they were the same age. Because he was much younger and had a lot less training. And he beat Darth Vader.
Yeah.
But, that's not easy to do.
There's always the debate, though, that I always think. I think a third movie Anakin could have beat him instead of Vader. I think the thought to me is that I think he was so limited. You know what I mean?
I don't know, because you saw the things he could do as Vader in the comics and stuff. He was still very strong, and so It's
also the image that in my head, once he takes that helmet off of Vader and the way he looks and stuff like that, I'm just like, I don't think he had much strength left in him. I think that's why Palpatine was turning Luke. He was just trading Vader in for the younger model.
Oh, yeah.
Let's go, yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I still think
And then once Vader got beat, Palpatine's like, well, that didn't work. Let's just get rid of Luke and I'll find somebody else.
I still think maybe... Well, okay, I don't know. Because as much as Anakin was the chosen one, I still think Luke was still kind of the chosen one.
Oh, he ended up being, they misread the prophecy.
Yeah.
Or, sorry.
But yet again, in the end, Anakin did end up balancing the Force.
Yeah.
Return of the Jedi. Who's the Return of the Jedi? Is it Luke or is it Anakin?
It's Anakin.
You know what I mean? It's that's the
in my mind, Return of the Jedi is talking about Anakin.
Yeah,
he's technically returning to the light.
It could mean either one. That's the weird part, because it could be Luke coming back from his defeat and coming back stronger, or it's Anakin coming back from the dark side to be good again.
I love misleading titles.
I know, because it can be interpreted in different ways. I think the general consensus now is that it is Anakin. People have kind of figured that out.
I personally think so, yeah.
So he could be the chosen one in that sense, but there's also the concept, in Rebels, when Obi-Wan kills Darth Maul, and Darth Maul's like, is he the chosen one? Everybody's like, yeah. So there's also that. So it's who is the chosen one? Who's the Return of the Jedi?
I love
They're very similar.
Talking about Rebels right now, I wasn't a huge fan of the show. I didn't watch it like I watched Clone Wars. I didn't watch it
I like how Clone Wars seems a bit more down to earth. It seems a bit more real.
Yeah, Rebels
seems like there's too much plot armor going on. Where it's too much the main characters, there's no risk of them dying ever. The Clone Wars is a bit more down there. There's a lot of deaths of characters that mean a lot. Yeah, also I think it's a little more, it's more grown up, I would say. It doesn't look very grown up the way it looks, but it is.
I would say it's more real. It's more Star Wars.
So there's a part where Darth Maul straight up stabs. Who's that chick with Obi-Wan Kenobi? They were together.
Yeah, one of the
What's her name?
Sabine?
Sabina, I think.
I think it's Sabine.
Are you sure? Either way. He just stabbed her. She died. That's it. And it was kind of a brutal death. I looked at it, I watched it on my phone, I was like, geez, that was kind of...
We saw an emotional Obi-Wan.
That was brutal.
Yeah.
And And that's all those clone troopers that were like really important characters and stuff. Like there's sometimes that aren't very nice.
Quite a bit of the 501st, yeah.
Yeah. 501st are sick. They're so cool. They're pretty awesome. You play as them throughout the whole Battlefront 2 campaign, the original one. It's really cool.
And then
you're gonna see them when they're cloned, and then they're stormtroopers.
Yeah.
Oh man, the 501st
is yeah, it's a great division. It's a great story. Like it's like a
it's
like
the best one. Like when
you
think of them, like stormtroopers and clones, that's who you're thinking of, the 501st.
Yeah.
They're gnarly.
Another thing, this is one thing that I did not expect out of D23. Just capping off Rise of Skywalker, like that's all I've heard.
Yeah.
December, like we're good with that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'll be excited for that. Rogue One is getting a prequel series.
Yeah.
Following Cassian and K2, leading up to the events of Rogue One.
I don't remember a lot
about that at all. I don't know if anyone else did.
I think I heard a little bit about it.
I didn't hear about it until D23 launched.
I thought I saw some stuff. Maybe not. Maybe I heard some rumors.
They don't know when it's going to come out. They didn't release anything really. Like I don't think they started shooting yet.
I'm guessing just people like the characters so much.
I liked Rogue One. I thought Rogue One was
pretty good.
It kind of it filled in things. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Everyone's thoughts of like what happened between 3 and 4. There you go.
It wasn't.
It's not everything that happened between 3 and 4, but it's like
some cool info.
The way it ended, and there's number 4. Like it just connected. You know what I mean? The plans being handed off.
Yeah.
And that like brutal, awesome Darth Vader scene, which kind of I feel like boosted the movie a little. Like the movie was good,
cool.
But like that scene like drove it home for me.
That was sick. That was really cool. See, he like puts the guy up on the roof and like cuts him on the way by and all that. Darth
Vader just walks through those rebel troops like he's like battling all those training bots. Like that's what he made them look like.
It was so easy. Like, that's the thing. Darth Vader is still the way what he's lost with his body. He's gained in like the Force and experience. He's still incredibly. There was in the comics, the Darth Vader comics, where he killed a Jedi using what was the weapon he used? It was something a robot had. It was just some sort of like dumb laser weapon, some sort of sword.
It was like a laser sword instead of a lightsaber. Yeah,
and he was like torn to shreds too. Darth Vader. Darth Vader was like brutalized, and he just boom, 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 killed the guy.
Yeah.
And Darth Vader is so cool. Like not Anakin. Darth Vader is still like sick.
I find the story of Anakin to Darth Vader the coolest.
It's pretty cool.
But yeah, so we get a little more information on Cassian and K2 in that.
Yeah, I don't. For me, it's meh.
I'm not super like I'm just
it.
excited because like I wish they picked different characters, but
people like I think that was the one that people liked the most.
Yeah, Cassian and K2. Yeah. The one thing I also too like speaking of Rogue One now that I really liked, I liked how we saw our Darth Vader as like fresh Darth Vader. Like he was still Anakin, he was still young. Like that, the one scene that stuck out to me. No,
because Darth Vader in Episode 4 is the same Darth Vader we see in Rogue One. It's a 10-minute difference.
Yeah, but like,
you know what I mean?
That's more like battle Darth Vader and stuff like that. Yeah, well, no, yeah, number 4, there are scenes.
It's literally like a 6-minute difference.
Yeah,
between Rogue
there
One
are
and
scenes that remind me of Anakin too, but like, I'm just thinking of that one scene where he's choking the guy. And then he stops, and he tells him to not choke on his aspirations. I found that the most hilarious thing.
Well, he was kind of like that in Episode 4, too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
When he was talking with...
now that you say that, It's coming back to me a little bit.
He isn't as witty as he was in Anakin, because, first of all, he's darker. He had a lot happened. Very tragic.
He's a lot more serious.
He's a lot more serious.
But there's still those one-liners that's like, oh, Anakin would have said that. You know what I mean?
Kinda, yeah. It's still he's still smart. You know what I mean? Like he knows what to say.
Yeah.
It's just there's some things you don't lose no matter what happens to you, right?
I enjoyed that a little bit. Yeah. What else did we get out of D23 on the Star Wars side? Clone Wars, another season.
I didn't watch a lot. I watched some Clone Wars, not a lot.
It looks really cool. I got through like 3/4 of it. I finished it at one point. I just started rewatching it because I finished it like years ago, like when it stopped off TV years ago.
I kind of do want to watch it, but it's a lot to watch.
Well, you're in luck because Disney Plus is gonna have it all,
and you're gonna buy it.
Oh yeah.
And I can use your account?
Yeah. Hands down. So yeah, we're getting one more season's planned.
It's 7, right? Season 7?
Yes. I don't know if they're going to keep going. I don't know what they have planned for that. Again, it's a to be announced release date. They didn't give. I think a lot of things are still in process, so they don't know when they're going to release it and stuff. Clone Wars, it's just voice acting and animation, so it's probably a little easier to rush along. Like you don't have to have all these actors in the same, and like they can do animation while they're waiting for voice acting, and they don't have to like book sets and make sets and have the actors go and. So yeah, I'm excited about that because Clone Wars ended with Ahsoka leaving. I believe is how Clone Wars ended when she was banished from.
What'd she do?
Oh God, I can't remember. There's a reason why I was rewatching.
Didn't she disagree with what the Jedi were talking? Didn't she leave? I thought she left. I didn't think she was banished. I thought she said, "I'm gone."
Oh, sorry.
See ya.
I think they were talking about banishment, and Anakin got them to change their mind.
Yeah.
He pleaded her case, and then when he came to tell her, I could be completely wrong, but like I'm trying to remember here. I believe when he came to tell her that he got them to change their mind, she said it's okay, I'm leaving anyways, kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like she decided to leave. I can't remember. This is the reason why I was rewatching.
I thought he disagreed. The Jedi made a call. Sometimes the Jedi make calls
that are
a bit too hands off for people. But that's what the Jedi have always been about. They've been about non-intervention. They don't want, you know what I mean?
They
don't
even
want to really be in a war.
Yeah.
They want to avoid confrontation. They want to study their Jedi stuff. But they feel like sometimes for the greater good, they have to go to war.
Yeah.
Well, you know what I mean? Like, for a religion, they're a religion, basically.
They are, yeah.
For that is completely against fighting. For them to start a war, that's enough. You know what I mean? That's pretty good.
And technically, they didn't really start it. They were just pulled into it because the Republic is in it.
Yeah.
The Jedi technically are not at war. They are just aiding the Republic, who they technically serve.
Yeah, and it was
quote unquote.
I forgot what it was from. It was a whole thing. There was some sort of voiceover thing where they talk about how like the Jedi stopped being Jedi, they became generals and stuff. And it was like weird. Yeah,
they talk about that in the Clone Wars show. And it's weird to hear because, like, in the second movie, you hear, like...
Attack of the Clones.
Yeah, Attack of the Clones. You hear, like, Master Kenobi, blah, blah, blah. And then in...
General Kenobi.
Yeah, it starts to become General Kenobi, General Windu, and stuff like that. And it's just like, oh, like that, you can see the change of terminology because they became war generals. They're not part of this... Well, they're still part of a high council, but they're not considered these beings anymore. They're considered war generals, which is what they shouldn't be. Yeah.
It's not even their fault either. What are they supposed to do? Sit back and let the CIS take over everything?
Yeah, they can't.
Yeah, I mean, like,
it's just strict. Yeah, but they never wanted to do that, but they had no choice. Their hand was pushed by the Republic.
They wanted to protect the Republic because the Republic were good guys.
Yeah. And finally, Obi-Wan fucking Kenobi. Oh my God.
They got Ewan McGregor back.
Ewan McGregor is back, and they had him...
If that was a TV show, I'm like, okay, I guess I can live with it.
They had him at D23. He was there, and they had him say it on stage. Before they announced it, they had him on stage talking about it, and then... in an interview fashion, they said, they had a lady there, I don't know what her name is. She's like, Ewan McGregor? And he's like, yes. And she's like, are you coming back as Obi-Wan Kenobi? And he said, yes, I am. And people lost their mind.
That's all people have wanted. People have wanted Obi-Wan Kenobi back for so long.
I've always said, I'm like, if they're going to bring it back...
Is still alive, by the way?
What?
Is Sir Alec Guinness still alive?
I don't think... No, I think he's dead.
Yeah, he's dead,
he's dead, dude.
He was a pretty good Obi-Wan, though. Like, the actual...
Ewan McGregor...
they were pretty similar in how they talked. You know what I mean? They were witty. But you could tell when Sir Alec Guinness played him. It's so weird, though, that you're doing it backwards.
He died in 2000, dude.
Oh, shit. He's gone.
He's been dead for years.
He's gone. It's kind of cool. Because, like...
That was the end of his career when he played Obi-Wan.
Yeah. Ewan McGregor was like Sir Alec Guinness, only he was younger. You could tell he was younger by the way he played.
So here's fun facts, okay? Ewan McGregor, there's two factors that made him try out for Obi-Wan, okay? One, his uncle was in the original.
Oh,
trilogy
yeah, I remember. Wasn't he one of the guys next to
as the pilot.
Yeah.
Secondly, Sir Alec Guinness is one of his favorite actors of all time.
He's a good actor.
So that's why he tried out for Obi-Wan. He wanted to. And I watched all these behind-the-scene videos from 1, 2, and 3. Even by the third movie, okay?
Wait, he doesn't actually have that accent, does he?
He's Irish. He's not English.
Yeah, he's Irish. That's
He's
so
Irish.
weird.
He's not English, yeah.
Because he does such a good English accent when he's playing.
Yeah, he's Irish, yeah.
I guess he did that after Sir Alec Guinness, because you could tell Alec Guinness, who was English, was talking like that, so he wanted it to be he wanted to be as close to the actual same character, but younger.
He literally, like, he was telling people how to do things. Like, he watched the fourth movie, I think he said, like, 30 times. Like, he studied Sir Alec Guinness's Obi-Wan.
Everything.
Like, he
his
studied it.
The way he talks, everything.
His hair. In the third movie, he held up a picture of Sir Alec Guinness, and he had the hairstylist play with his hair, and he was doing it so that by the end of the third movie, it looked like Sir Alec Guinness's. The hairline was the same.
Yeah.
He studied everything he did, the way he walked.
It's so good,
talked.
too. Because you could tell, literally you could watch 3 and 4, and you could tell it's the same character, basically.
Yep.
Because the way they are, you can tell he gets a bit more serious as the movie goes on. Because episode 1, he's not super serious. He's serious.
He's a kid.
He's a kid.
Yeah.
Episode 2, he's not mature because he has to, take care of Anakin and all this. Episode 3, he's mature. He's an adult.
Yeah.
But he's still, one-liner stuff. In episode 4, he's very mature. He's old. He's wise, I guess you say. But he still has those little jokes and stuff.
Yeah.
So it's like it's all the same character. It feels like. It feels like he's just getting older.
Applaud to Ewan McGregor. He did such a good job. Like, I can't imagine anybody else doing that. You know what I mean?
He looks very different from episode 1 and 2. But then episode 3 you can tell. But that's a long time.
Yeah.
But yeah, he did very well, being very consistent with the character.
Yeah. But that's he was so dedicated.
And being so like
he didn't want to screw it up. Because that was his favorite actor, and he talks about like all the time like how privileged he was to play that role. Like he was and that's why he was so excited to come back.
Yeah. So I'm guessing, is it going to take place after episode?
Yeah, in the timeline,
3?
it's between 3 and 4.
Good.
Yeah, that's where it should be.
Yeah. I think because some people are talking
so it's
about
going to be him watching over
Anakin.
No, I don't.
First of all, he's boring. Second of all, he's not the right age. Right now, he's the perfect age.
Do you know he's 50? Yeah.
Bro, really?
Yeah.
He's 50? He didn't look 50.
Let me look it up.
He looks like 35.
He's at the end of his 40s. End of his 40s.
He looks so young.
Let's see.
At age 23?
Yeah, he looks great, man.
He looks like he hasn't aged like a single day.
Sorry. Everyone's going to be super mad at me. He's Scottish, not Irish.
Tomato.
Oh, buddy, don't walk down that road.
One eats potatoes, one eats haggis.
You're gonna.
I'm Irish. I can say what I want.
Piss so many people off.
I have Irish blood.
He's 48.
So I can say
He's
48.
48. He turned 48 this year on March 31st. And I'm not saying that's old, but when you watch the movies...
It's older than it looks.
Right?
It looks like 30-something. Easy.
And I watched the Christopher Robin movie that he was in, the Winnie the Pooh movie.
Yeah.
Amazing in that, too.
He's just a good actor.
Yeah, he's just a good actor. Good actor that doesn't get that many roles, in my opinion. He should get more.
Maybe only action what he feels like.
I feel like you should, after you play in Star Wars, you should be offered 3 Star Wars movies and now a TV show. He's probably rich as hell, dude. And Winnie the Pooh, bro. Come on.
Yeah, probably. I'm actually hyped. How many episodes is it going to be?
They have... The contract says 7. It's going to be like a mini-series. I feel like if it does good...
Season 2.
You'll get more.
Because there's a lot of time between episode 3 and 4.
Think about it, okay?
So you got limitless episodes, basically.
The Walking Dead TV show, okay? Their first contract, 4 episodes. That season 1 is 4 episodes. Because they didn't know. They were like, they didn't know there was going to be an audience for it, right?
Yeah, you kind of see that in the production quality. It wasn't very...
Oh, yeah. AMC didn't give it the light of day.
Yeah, it was kind of just like...
tank.
You could tell. It was almost like those movies that you tell they didn't have a big budget. So it's almost like... kind of makeshift, almost. You can tell it's kind of like that. And how they did it.
AMC didn't... Yeah, AMC
But now you can
didn't
tell, like, the production quality of it. You can tell they put a lot more into it.
It's literally AMC's moneymaker.
Yeah.
It's the only...
After reading the comics, though, I can't get into the TV show. I told you we're having this argument. I told you at the start of the episode. I told you. 5 minutes in.
I don't know. I fell out. I fell out of the... I
like the way characters have developed better.
For some reason, the way I am with TV shows and stuff, I need to like someone to watch it with me. Otherwise, I won't watch it.
Oh, I can't stand TV shows alone.
it.
Watching TV shows alone puts me to sleep.
Yeah, literally. So yeah, like I fell out of it. I think like a season and a half has passed since I last watched it.
Yeah.
Which sucked because I love Negan. I love Jeffrey Dean Morgan.
I feel like a thing.
He played such a good Negan.
But our problem with the TV show is the action scenes aren't great. It's mostly like the what I find is actually good.
I find it pretty good.
It's half the time it's them sitting stationary, pulling the trigger repeatedly, then it pans to zombies getting shot.
What else are you gonna do in a zombie show though?
I don't know, but you can watch other zombie show or movies and stuff and see how it's better. You know what I mean? Better done. Like, you're gonna feel like something that's not even like that serious, like Zombieland. That would be sick. I love that movie.
Second one's coming out.
Yeah, the scenes in it.
Is that this year? Is it this year?
Well, I don't know. I only saw the trailer for it.
It's got to be this year.
Either way, you could look at the action scenes in that, and it looks a lot better. I mean, there's cool scenes. Like there's one scene where the guy's like shooting in that booth or whatever at the theme park.
I mean, they do that. They do a pretty good job.
I don't know. Half the time, when it comes to like some people like more hand-to-hand stuff, it looks pretty good. But the shooting scenes, they can make them better. I find a lot of times just shooting, complete silence from the character, they're just pulling the trigger.
Then again, when was the last time you watched it?
Oh, sometimes I would come down when you guys were watching it, and I would watch the scenes.
It's been a long time.
There was a scene where there was that other group they found sometime. No, it was pretty deep, and Mom was watching it alone. And it was pretty deep in. I'm just saying, I feel like that could be changed. I just love the comics so much, though.
Yeah, the comics are.
I like how the characters develop a bit better.
It's just I found the show first, right?
Yeah.
Literally, like, okay.
I think Carl's the coolest in the comics.
I literally found the show by, like, complete accident. Like, on, like, a prayer, like, a hope and a prayer. Like, my friend Jessica in high school, she bought for Christmas season 1, season 2, because I talked about how I wanted to watch it. Or no, just season 1. It was cheap DVD. Because I talked about how I wanted to watch it, but I missed the premiere, and then I gave up on it, and she's like, oh, here you go. Sick, alright? And I get lazy. I don't want to watch it.
Yeah.
Right. So I'm like, oh, okay, like, so I have it at home, blah, blah, blah. Christmas Eve, I get sick. So sick. Like, definitely, like, one of the sickest, like, flus I've ever had in my life.
Wait, what day was it?
Christmas Eve. Christmas Eve.
That sounds fun.
Right? So I'm throwing up and stuff, and I'm like, frig, I got nothing to do. I'm like, hey, like, I'll watch Walking Dead. I've got it.
What Christmas Eve is this? The one that just passed? I don't know.
It was like the year it came out, so like.
Oh. Sorry, I kind of like dozed off for a second. I'm gonna be honest. I was trying to piece together things in my head afterward. I was like, I don't want to ask him to repeat himself.
When you're like looking at someone and like you think you're listening, but you're not listening.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, this is when it came out. Okay. Super sick.
Yeah, I was stupid sick, and I'm just like throwing up. I'm like, I've got nothing to do. I'll watch it.
Might as well watch it,
right?
Yeah.
I watched the first 2 episodes, and I was so dazed and out of it. But I was like, dude, this is awesome. Right?
The first 2 episodes of Walking Dead, like
ever.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm like, dude, this is awesome, right? So I got through those. I got Mom to rewatch them with me because I'm like, hey, Mom, you're gonna love this show. And she's like, yeah, this is awesome.
That sounds right up her alley.
And then she buys season 2 for me like a week later.
I watched them.
I found it.
I did. I watched the first 3 seasons. It just wasn't my thing.
First 3 seasons, not so good.
Really? And then
sorry. First 2 were awesome. John Bernthal, Shane. In the show, he made the first.
Because they made him live longer in the TV show. Yeah. I don't like inconsistency between books and TV shows. I don't know. That's not the reason why.
But it's made by the same guy.
Controversial topic.
It's made by Kirkman.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And when you take into account sometimes what I said, with actors, some actors said they don't want in anymore, so they have to kill off the characters, and it taints sometimes the product. I find.
Yeah.
But either way, very controversial topic. V for Vendetta, the movie.
Oh god.
In my opinion, dog shit.
I love the movie.
Awful. I hate it.
Movie.
I read the book, the comic. It's like a comic series, but I got the book where it was like all of them.
Yeah.
I've read it probably 7 times. Love it. It is my favorite book of all time. There was so much you don't realize in the first even 4 read-throughs. I didn't realize things. I read it the 6th time. I realized, wait a minute, this is foreshadowing right here. I didn't realize this all those other times. And you can't tell some things you think are foreshadowing, but you can't tell. It's just so well hidden, all of it. Like, there's a scene. You know how, spoiler alert, he died. V died. He gets shot.
You really shouldn't spoil stuff on this stuff. You really shouldn't spoil it on the podcast.
Alright. Well, here's what we'll do then. Cut that part out.
Okay.
I'll go. Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert. It's the hugest spoiler alert to V for Vendetta anyone's ever heard. If you have any intent on listening, or not listening, watching, or reading the book, skip this part. Keep skipping until we're on a different topic. I'm giving you the count of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. V dies. He's dead and gets shot and killed and dies. By the sheriff. Not the sheriff, but the detective.
Yeah.
He gets shot. He's in the subway. Either way, the last talk he's having with, I only know her name as Eve now because that's what V called her. What was her actual name?
No idea.
Oh, okay. Either way.
I've seen the movie a couple times, but it's been a while.
Is it Evie? Either way.
Yeah.
Last talk they had. He was talking to her about he has to go do something all this. And you see in the different panels, it pans over, and you see there's a little poster, and it says, like, farewell, my love, or something. But it's not, it's in the center, but they do stuff like that. They pan around to talk to Spagami and stuff. And I realized after a couple of reads, I was like, oh, wait, they're showing he died. Maybe I got that a little bit slow, but I don't think you'd get that in your first time through.
No, probably not.
And there's just stuff like that. It's just, oh my god, it's so good. It's so good. I love it.
So real quick, the rest of D23. So that was all the Star Wars stuff. We're gonna wrap it up real quick here soon. Believe it or not, we're already at minute 47. Just on Star Wars stuff alone, we had a lot more planned. So I'm just gonna run through it. Marvel, a little quick.
Okay, Marvel, like after Endgame,
there wasn't much excitement from Marvel. It's cool, but
after
Star Wars was where it was
Endgame,
at.
it kind of that was its biggest point. Now they got to rebuild all that tension again, right? So
Yeah.
it's they're basically starting over.
So real quick, the things out of Marvel here. Black Widow is getting her own movie. It's the origin story.
She doesn't interest me. I said the whole thing they had with her background and the ballerina.
Scarlett Johansson interests me, is what I'm talking about. But no, I don't know. I think it might be cool. Another Marvel movie I'm just excited for, right? I'm just,
Yeah.
Black Panther 2 in 2022, so you got 3 years for that. I don't know why they even mentioned it at this point.
Well, they just do it, yeah.
As far as Disney Plus goes, Falcon and Winter Soldier is getting a show with the original actors, Bucky and...
His name isn't actually Bucky, like the actor.
Yeah, I'm saying the original actor, Bucky. I can't remember his name, though.
No, either. I'm just fucking...
and the other guy, Falcon. They're both the original actors.
Yeah. She-Hulk, I'm seeing?
There's a She-Hulk show. WandaVision is going to be a show, which is Vision and Wanda, obviously. And then the thing that also interests me is What If. So... What If is going to be a show that runs through the alternate realities of Endgame.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
All the different endings?
Yeah.
Oh, that's going to be so cool.
Yeah.
Okay, I dig.
It's a show.
I dig.
Yeah.
There's going to be some whack stuff. There's going to be some old ones like Thanos wins, something like this. So maybe someone outside at the end. But there's probably going to be some whack stuff they think of.
There's those are all to be announced again.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't exactly, the Obi-Wan Kenobi thing, we didn't exactly end it, cap it off. That is going to start shooting at the beginning of next year, so we're probably going to get it in the middle of next year.
Oh, so pretty soon.
We have to wait, yeah. Not announced at D23, I don't think, but as it was confirmed earlier, we're going to get a Loki show.
Loki?
On D23, yeah, with Tom Hiddleston, the same, actor. I don't know if it's going to be a show or a movie, but they were confirmed that Loki's not done. They're going to do something with Loki. I don't know. It's probably pre-Endgame, but...
Oh, that's not a spoiler, right? I don't get another spoiler for saying Loki's dead, right?
No, that was the beginning of Infinity War.
Exactly, but V for Vendetta came out... How long ago did that come out? And you made
But
me
it's not popular.
do
It's
a
not,
spoiler alert.
it's not popular.
Pro tip, I said it. He made me restart, but add a spoiler alert. The bastard.
Whatever. Whatever, my friend. And last but not least, Spider-Man. Gone.
Yeah.
See you later. Sony's like, oh, you made $1 billion? We don't care.
Wait. You're Disney side on this?
What?
You're on Disney's side? What is wrong with you?
I'm not really
What
honest.
is wrong with you,
Listen,
sir?
no, listen to me
No,
for
no.
5 seconds.
Alright.
Okay?
Yeah.
I'm not on anybody's side, okay?
Mm.
Nobody's side. Then again, okay, what is Sony doing?
What do you mean? That is like Sony was making a lot of their money off Spider-Man. And they were like...
You don't think they were getting a cut?
Yeah, they were. But Disney was like, oh, give us Spider-Man. And Sony's like, no, we want Spider-Man. It's a big part of our money. They weren't going to give in to Disney and let them take that stuff. That's theirs.
Okay.
That is their stuff, and they don't want Disney having it.
Sony told Disney that they could have it if Spider-Man, these 2 movies, made X amount of dollars. It made X amount of dollars. And then Sony goes, yeah.
No, I think, I respect Sony for trying to hang on to their stuff when this juggernaut of Disney is consuming anything it touches
Just wait.
and taking everything.
Just wait.
I feel like
Disney's going to buy Sony.
they eventually sure.
Disney's gonna buy
But the fact that Sony is saying, no thank you, we are keeping it and not letting it just get consumed by Disney like everything else has been.
They're not going to make as much money. They're not.
I don't care. I think it's great.
They're going to have to restart their...
I think Disney, does Disney need the extra money?
I don't care about money, dude. I don't care, okay? What I'm concerned about is us getting those 2 movies.
Well, I'm a Spider-Man fan, so I don't care.
And then the storyline has to get restarted again. It's annoying.
I don't really care about Spider-Man. I always found him kind of lame, to be honest.
But yeah, that kind of wraps up D23. A lot of things to be excited about. It's also wrapping up our episode. I tried to keep it shorter today. Guess what? It didn't happen because
you don't have to listen to the whole thing.
we can't shut up.
If you made it here, good job. If you didn't, I can say whatever I want about you because you're not here.
If you want to talk to us about the episode or have any ideas for future episodes or flashing back to last week,
Where TJ was like, we're going to do a countdown. Then here we are. We didn't do one.
I didn't expect D23 to be so big. So, you know what I mean? I didn't expect so much stuff to happen. So if you have any top 10 countdown ideas for us, shoot us a message. You can find Robert at Keenan Robert on Instagram.
Don't go there. We've been on this last time.
Don't look at his post. Just follow him. Just follow him and talk.
I literally am too lazy to delete everything.
Or you can look at my wonderful Instagram.
Go there.
Which is T_G9988. I gotta change that. They allow you to change that? My mic.
He just ripped his mic out of his headset. He'll be back. You're putting it. That's not where it goes at all. It's up more.
Is it?
Up. Wait, no. You're going down.
Oh,
Up.
that's not. Okay, it's up to me. Sorry.
Up. Close to your chin. Right there. Shove it in there.
It doesn't go in.
You have to go in a certain way, TJ. You can't shove in whatever you want. A certain way it slots in. Oh my Christ. Oh my. 1 sec, boys. He'll be back. He'll be back. Oh.
And I'm back.
There he is.
That was probably painful to hear and watch. What was I even saying? I gotta change my name on Instagram.
Oh.
I think.
Yeah.
Anyways, hit us up there. Hit us up anywhere. Leave comments on the YouTube video.
Don't call my Instagram.
Okay, fine. Reach out to me.
Much rather you have my PSN.
Hey, you know what we should do?
What?
We should make a podcast Instagram.
Good, because then you can't see my atrocious posts.
Yeah.
Like,
That's a good
right?
idea.
Did I tell you about? Did I say last time Drake singing anime? I have.
Yeah.
That was great.
All right, so yeah, hit us up anywhere you can. Again, our song of the week was Ash by After 3. Check out their newest EP, Decompose. Give us a like, give us a share. Even if you didn't listen to it, just share.
If you didn't listen to it, like they're gonna be hearing it because they didn't listen to it. Smart one.
Oh yeah, well, it's late. All right, I'm tired.
It is pretty late. What is it, like midnight?
Yeah. All right.